Alright, can y'all hear me now? There we go. I think I can be heard now. Wonderful. Alright guys, we'll wait for this to load. Yeah, so I ran into some technical difficulties. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, we are now live and in session. Welcome to the first, well not the first, but welcome to a live stream where I work on my game and discuss level design and that type of stuff. So on the agenda is some bug fixes as well, and that is something I will definitely be taking care of. So let me look around the scene, and you can see Unity's throwing an error, and that's because I was working with something in VS Code. Basically, it would stop the players from moving while the camera is doing any external special actions, stuff like that. So we have a game object here. Let me see. Before I used a for each loop to get access to them, but now I'm just gonna directly use them. So let's fix that right now. So what happened was I was streaming with restream.io before, and apparently Streamlabs remembered that, so it kind of messed up everything when I stopped using restream.io. Square equals game object dot find game object with tag. There you go. There's IntelliSense. Square. And we'll do the same for this circle. My code is probably not very organized right now. What? It's saying I cannot convert type game object list. Oh, I guess it's not. What? It has to be game object. Oh, sorry guys, game object. That should be right. That's the right syntax. Why is it throwing me an error then? So we're gonna get a square dot get component. So basically we're just stopping the square in the circle from moving at all. Okay, there we go. It looks like everything's coming alive. We're gonna do the same for the square as the circle. So like I said, this gets we grab the game object and then we tell it to freeze the position of the players while the camera is looking at something besides it. And then in this part of the core routine, we re-enable the player's ability to move. IntelliSense should be working now. Sometimes it acts funny. Why isn't it? Oh, it's find game objects with type. That's why. That was really bad. I was like, why is it converting a single game object to a list of game objects? That doesn't make sense. I'm glad it wasn't me being stupid. Hey yo, hey Michael. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I didn't have chat up. What's going on? How's your day? It's kind of crazy actually for me. But still ended up being a good day. And Unity's taking its precious time. As Unity does. We can't seem to make it faster. Well, actually, I saw this script on Twitter, or I think it was something in the asset store that sped up the compiling time by only compiling scripts that were edited instead of the whole project. I don't know why the original, what am I trying to say? The original Unity developers didn't make it to where it would compile, wouldn't make it where it would compile only one script or the script that you edit. That doesn't make sense. Yes, it was a. Oh no! What am I doing? Alright. While we wait for that, actually, to do anything productive, we're gonna load up Opera GX, which is doing stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna build my own. Well, not build my own, but I'm gonna get me a new PC eventually, so I can do all this at the same time without issues. Figma. Ah, my search history. Ah. We wouldn't want you to see that. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I have a virtuous search history. And not dark or creepy. Yep, virtuous search history. You can trust me for sure. But we can't trust Unity to compile in a timely manner. You know, usually when Unity does stuff like this, I like edit a line of code and it kind of just forces it to compile faster sometimes. Oh, and now VS Code doesn't want to respond. Okay. I see how it is. Dun 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 dun. Restaurants near me, you bad. That is a very dirty thing to search on the internet. Restaurants near me. You better not be looking for those restaurants. Okay, there we go. So actually, let me just run through the script real quick while Unity is taking its precious old lady time. Basically, we get access to the Cine machine, and mind you, this is not organized very well whatsoever. Like, if you've had C# on a professional level, please, I'm gonna get a lot of criticism, because this is not at all good code practice, and I'm just saying this. But basically, this script, the purpose of this script is for special camera actions that happen kind of like in cutscenes or outside of regular gameplay camera. So by default, your camera is supposed to follow the players or the player that is selected, because it is a character switching mechanic. So the thing is, when a door opens, I like the camera to move and show the door and then move back to the player. So that's what this script handles. So basically, we get access to the character switcher in both players. We also get access to the camera privately. And then we have like a public function, which I call a Unity event, which basically just looks at it sets the camera to independent, meaning that the camera is not in use by either of the players. And then it starts this coroutine right here, which is responsible for finding the default target, waiting a certain amount of time, locking the players, and then having the camera follow the new target, wait for a certain amount of time, then set the camera to dependent, and restore player functionality. And there's also this lookup method, but that's something totally different and unrelated to this. Yay, looks like Unity's almost done. So, alright, we'll wait for that to load. So I hope that exclamation made sense. Come on, Unity, you can do it. You can do it. Sorry guys, I'm multitasking here. Okay. And what else was I working on this past week? Something special. Those matrix holders I was talking about the other time. This is a quite involved script why did I repeat myself? A quite involved script having to do with how the player enters, playing sounds, all that good stuff. And I haven't looked at my project for quite a minute, so the code actually is somewhat overwhelming me a little, because I was like, oh dang, did I really write all of this? And I'm like, when I have time to do this? It's pretty overwhelming. But I've been working on this game for 6 months, so that's enough time for code to stack up. 7 minutes? Really? I've been killing time for 7 minutes? Dang. Alright. So I'm gonna go up here and wait for my Figma to load. Yeah, guys, Jesse. There we go. There we go. Come on, purple bar. You can do it. I believe in you. What am I doing with my life? You know, as soon as I close the Unity engine, everything's just going to be working very fast. You know that, right? Okay, there we go. We're in my document where I plan things out. It's not my game design document, but it's pretty darn close. So this is where I came up and derived the mechanic, the players colliding with light colors. And I also was creating test scenarios to see if this idea would work. And as you can see, it does. I was also considering other factors and caveats and solutions. And at one point I even wanted to add combat, but that idea's been scrapped, because there are no enemies in the game until you get to bosses. Now let's we're gonna kind of sort of draft a level. I'll use my little pencil. And mind you, I'm using my mouse right now, so my drawings are not gonna be top tier. Come on, Unity, you can do it. It said what was loading? Burst was loading 99% and wasn't responding. So I'm like, what's burst and why is it loading 99% and not responding? Speaking of not responding, come on, Unity. Ew. Why did that pop up anyway? Figma? Oh well, I'll just hang around VS Code for long. But yeah, I'm gonna look through and see if we can do some cleanup, because that's actually part of the bug fixes. Let's see. Oh, this is a script. So this is one of my more recent scripts. You can tell because it's actually organized. It has some coherency to it. So I determine whether the button is toggled or not, because it's like one of those buttons where it's like one of those push buttons that toggle on and off, not like a one-time press. But I can set it to a one-time press, and I can also determine whether it can be toggled or not. I also handle collision here, what the buttons do when they're pressed using Unity events, their states, and several other things. And it basically just works with a trigger. I collapsed all this code because it was a nested if statement. I have to clean that up a lot. I have to. When the player comes in contact with the button, we want to perform an initial action, and if it's toggled again, it will unperform the action in a normal case, unless this is turned to true. It looks like Opera's still not giving me control, but that's okay. I'll switch to puzzle barrier. And this one's also more organized because it's one of our more recent scripts. So as I've been going along, I've been trying to update everything and make sure it's up to standard, I guess. Because as I learn and get better, my code starts to look cleaner and makes more sense. Oh, you finally decided to reload, huh? Dun, 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 dun. I like the music a lot. Come on, Figma, work for me so we can do some design work. Because actually, I think opening Unity was kind of a mistake, because most of my work probably won't be in Unity tonight. It'll probably be here. Okay, there we go. I have control. Mostly. Let's draw. Come on, Unity, this is ridiculous. Let me actually close Unity Hub and see what happens. Oh, okay. I got my pencil. Let's zoom on. Oh, okay. So I drew that line. Let's undo everything we've done here so far. And okay, great. It's got some minor lag, but that is fine. So now we shall design a level in question. So basically, I start out, when I'm designing levels for puzzles, I try to think of all the elements. Like the matrices. Oh, that's terrible. Mind you, I'm drawing with my mouse. With the matrix, the square and the circle ones. Come on, what? Okay, yeah, let's just say that's the circle one. And I just think of a general shape of navigation. So let's say I usually start with a box or something. Like just a general box shape of where the level's going to be. And then I start thinking about where the players will be placed and all that, considering all the mechanics in mind. And putting that into consideration as well. This is much easier on pen and paper, by the way. And actually, hold on. I'll be right back, because if I connect my tablet, this will be a much smoother experience. So I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Making sure y'all can hear me now. While that's committing and pushing, we can move here and see if the software will allow me to draw. Okay, great. So it works with my graphics tablet. My drawing tablet. Man, I can't wait to close Unity. Please, Unity. Oh, cool. See, this is why I like Figma. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Okay, great. That's done. Yeah, Unity was acting special before. Like really special. Like I act sometimes. When I don't have enough chicken nuggets. Oh, come on, respond. Do what I say. Yep. Yep. You know what? I'm gonna probably force Unity to rage quit real quick. I'm gonna do it like the extreme way. You never do this. Ever. Never do this in your life. Don't do what I'm about to do. It's not good practice. 21 minutes. Dang. Talk about waste of productivity. Are you kidding, Unity? That is crazy. Madness, absolute madness. And what's crazier is that it was compiling, and I said this earlier, it was compiling JetBrains or something. I don't know what that means, but if it makes Unity slow, then I don't like it. It even makes Task Manager not respond. How do we make Task Manager stop? Okay, there we go. So what I'm about to do, you should never do, ever. But what if you're like, oh, okay, the Unity crash handler is open. So Unity's like fighting crashing, I guess? I don't know. It's technically not responding. Where are you, Unity? Okay, so why are 3 instances of Unity Hub open? And of course you got McAfee always taking up more space than it needs to. Quiet Unity Hub, go. Yeah, it's not responding at all. We're at 100% disk. Not good, not good, not good. So, wait, iteration 2. Clearing that 3% disk from Unity Hub must have helped a little. Do I want to crash? Do I want to crash it? Yeah, it's backed up in the cloud. Wait. It's doing an application that quit? Yes, let's go. Sorry guys, this fiasco is like taking time away from the stream. But that is okay. I can freely draw now without lag. Praise the Lord. Oh, let's just force quit. Goodbye. Go away, Unity. Go. 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 Go away. Why is it making that sound? Don't. Oh, not responding. No, duh. Thank you. Ah. Oh, yes. This is my special focus on school sign. As you can see, the purpose of it is to remind me to focus on school because I'm still in high school. There we go. Now I have full command once again. I said I have full command once again. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now let's get to work on designing. Tell you guys how I design. Finally, we are at this point of the stream. So welcome to the official Crosscoder stream once again. Since Unity took up most of the time. Well, not most of the time, but just too much. More than I would like. So those are the 2 matrix things. And I'm going to design like a box with these 2 in mind. And let's say We have like a, let's see. So for blue, I'm gonna represent the blue doors. So basically, I try to think about all the elements that my game already has present. Like all these blue doors and pink doors. And these holders and stuff and switches and all that good stuff. I try to think of all the elements when I'm designing. So because the blue collides with blue doors, let's just say we have the square like right here at the start. I know, pretty sad drawing of the square, but he can't get out. And I don't know if I made it to where only I think I made the script to where both characters had to be in the same start position. I could change that in the future. Let's get pink. Something like that, yeah. Alright, and let's put the circle like right there or something. Just to visualize. And guys, it's supposed to look crappy, okay? This is a prototype. We want prototypes, like the drafts, to look crappy. This is perfectly normal. And totally okay. Let's actually group this. And let's group that as well. So let's say we want to put it somewhere. I also need to make these two color-coded switches as well. So it's good to have all the elements you're designing with in the scene you're designing in, so that you can know what the heck is going on. Let me open my cellular device. There we go. Okay, sorry guys, I was checking something. But yeah, here, let's create a button. So let's just say that's a pink button. Now remember, pink buttons essentially control pink things. I know, very in-depth definition. And blue buttons control blue things. Yes, great. The pink button's larger than the blue button. That's because the blue button has officially become a turd. Now, let's see. So we need the blue button to deactivate these blue things right here. So let's like put it on a wall somewhere. See? Now, remember, this has very little structure right now, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that. Oh, whoa. The filling totally ran away. Stay in there, filling. So, it's good to create a terrain of some kind when you're designing. So, let's say I had a, like a wall here that you have to wall jump off of, and I indicate that with arrows. Guys, arrows are your best friend, okay? You want to make sure you have a lot of those when you're designing levels. If you don't have arrows, I don't know what to tell you. And let's say there's another wall you have to jump off of. Right here. You know, it would be cool if like there is, see, sometimes you don't come into these with ideas, but you get ideas along the way. Ah, come on, rotate. It's not rotating with my pen right now. I'll just use my mouse instead. So let's drop that here. Let's say the only way to get the blue character out is to somehow navigate all the way up here and to come around this way. The thing is though, the circle cannot collide with the blue, meaning it would just phase through this. The blue is confined. It can't, whoa. Okay, never mind. Hold on, let's group that. The blue is confined. It can't go outside these blue, but the pink can. So what we would do is we would kind of like come out, wall jump, and somehow make our way up here. But the thing is, we would have to land straight on the button, or else we would just go straight through the wall, and we had to go back again. So these are all the things you want to think about when you're designing stuff like this. Let's make it difficult to get up here somehow. So, let me think. It's gonna be dependent on the pink square to get there. So actually, let's eyedroppo white now. Let me shade this pink. So the pink character can collide with this. This is a regular wall. And this is like the pink that she cannot phase through. Okay, that's V. So yeah, see, she can't go through that. So then how would she be able to get to the blue button and free the square? And that would be the enigma. This pink button would come into play. But I want it to somehow be challenging a way to access the pink button. Like, I guess it is okay if it's this straightforward. Maybe it can be this easy. I don't know. But then I would have to kind of make it to where you would not be able to move forward with the circle unless you move forward with the square. So let's consider like putting a pink barrier. That's the first go-to. Let's like box up the pink barrier with pinkness. A pink cage. There we go. And it looks like I'm just throwing stuff around. In a sense I am, but in another sense I'm not, because this is very intentional design process right here, which is disguised as unintentionality. The level length might end up being different than what you originally designed, but that's okay. So let's actually cut that down a lot. Oh yeah, we'll just use the line tool. Yeah, and then we'll just erase with this. There we go. Yeah, and then we're gonna erase. There we go. Oh no, oh no. We erased. Oh, I see 3 people are watching. Nice. Say hi in the stream. Done. Let's go. Okay, so. Oh no, now the pressure comes. It's like, oh, more people are actually watching. I didn't know. I shouldn't have looked at that. Well, thank you all who are watching. So right now, I'm showing y'all how I design these puzzles. With puzzle design, you want the solution to be straightforward, but not straightforward. You want the solution to be easy, but not straightforward. So actually solving the puzzles, the actions taken to solve a puzzle are easy, but it's just the roadmap to finding out how to solve a puzzle. That's where it gets complicated, and that's where you want it to get complicated. It can be complicated. And let's say the exit's in red, so to exit the level, let's say we want to exit, where would our exit be? Let's just say our exit's here. Like, this is our exit right here. And let's see what this is. This is a platform. And let's switch back to the other colors. This is actually my first time doing this on Figma. I'm used to doing this on a sheet of paper of some kind. I also need to consider another element, which I actually been ignoring lately. It's the emblems. So the emblems basically are collectibles you can find and just grab throughout the level. I want their placement to be clever. Group selection. There we go. Hello, I exist. How are you doing today? I've been made aware that you exist. I know. It's a revelation indeed. Thank you for existing, I exist. I really appreciate it. So, kind of like how you have stars or emblems in a regular game. Kind of want there to be a star or emblem in this game too. This place is kind of empty though. And I think this is where I can start introducing another mechanic. Insta-kill spikes, baby. Yup. So if you're not careful, and if you're the square and you go in here, and then you release, you could just easily jump into his pit of spikes. I could make it where there's like a falling platformer, not platformer, a falling platform here. As you cross and then jump, you land, get the star. But I have to iterate on that. So basically, this one goes here, and this one goes here. This door opens. Oh Lord, that door opens. Whee! See, most of this level is now pretty much figured out. It's just the arrangement and everything, like how everything's gonna go. We'll send that to back. There you go. So yeah, so to solve this puzzle, and I'm kind of spoiling you guys with this, you're gonna go through here, jump on the wall. But the thing is though, here's another design problem I just ran into. The way a wall jumps is diagonal. So if I wall jump like this, it's gonna fly straight here and likely fall down into the spikes. We don't want that to happen. We want it to go dun, and then dun, then dun, up here. So that means we gotta move the position of this somewhere. Probably here. And actually, I have an idea how I can make that work. Let me get my marker tool. We'll extend the length of the wall. Well, just enough so that she can like get up there. And I guess this is a solid platform too. So how will we get down there is the question. We'll jump all the way up here. So yeah. There are different ways to get places and to go places and to do things. Sorry, it's a little background noise, but that's okay. We're gonna wall jump, move to the button, and that pink button will disable this pink barrier. You'll fall down, collect the star, press this blue button, open these blue barriers. Blue guy will wall jump up here and then that's where we get stuck. So it kind of seems like with this design, the level's sort of crammed, which is not what we want at all. So let's maybe somehow find a way to rearrange this and remove our line of spectacularness. Let's move that back. Select all of this. Oh no! Select all of that right there. So let's say, yeah, let's do it like that. You're the blue square. You jump up here. And because you can phase through pink, because you're not pink, you can phase through pink. You'll just go straight through there, down here, and then somehow navigate to the blue switch down here. And I think if I add another new mechanic, which could be the spring. Yes, there are springs in this game, but not yet officially made. Let me use a... Oh, that's a terrible spring. That's a terrible spring. That is funny. Let's just say the spring looks like this. Yeah. So... And guys, level design, it's not like you get it right on the first try. It's multiple iterations. So you might start off with something and then it just changes to something completely different because you realize it's not ergonomic to what you're trying to do. If that's the right word. Is ergonomic the right word? I think that's the right word. Okay, so let's move down here. Make this wall more wall-y because we gotta go that way. Let's see. Yeah, and then that spring would lead up there. Oh wait, no, but that would screw us over because of that. The spike placement. We want to punish our players responsibly. We don't want to create situations where the player feels like he or she was cheated out of something. So place the spikes in a fair position. Let's decrease the size of this here. Yeah, see? So now we can navigate, get that star, and then we would fall down here. And then we can navigate back this way. And if you make a mistake, then you'll fall to the spikes. And I might even make it to where there's another set of spikes, but this way. If I can flip. Vertical. Yeah, flip vertical. There we go. This turned out to look pretty decent. If I do say so myself. Excuse me. Burped a little. So now the new question we have is this: how is the square and or the circle? Oh. How's the square and or the circle when he or she falls down here gonna get back up here? And I think the best answer to that is introducing another new mechanic. Yes, I know, I'm introducing a lot tonight. It's gonna actually force me to start building these. A moving platform. Yep. And let's slightly readjust where this is. Oh, I actually like the way that looks drawn. That actually looks pretty cool. Like that hand-drawn doodly look. So it's an up-down platform moving that way. So it's gonna move up and down, you have to wait for it. And I know this is not actually going to be accurate as far as proportions-wise, but I do want a ledge here. So technically the moving platform is going to be moving in between. I mean, in scale it's not the same, but you understand what I mean. And that folks, was going through how I design levels for my game. This is actually quite new for me because I added a few more mechanics than I actually have ready. The spring, that's not the spring. The spring, the insta-kill, and yes, that is an insta-kill spike. Spikes are always insta-kill in this game. I'm starting to actually make this game an insta-kill game instead, like Celeste or Super Meat Boy, because I think this is no live system, so it doesn't really matter. Also, there are checkpoints depending on how long the level is, so I think making it an insta-kill, you make a mistake, it's insta-kill type thing. It's kind of mercy in a sense. Now, I don't know if I want to go through the trouble of opening Unity because to make this, because the way Unity's been acting up lately. So instead, I'll actually start designing what the spring will look like. And some other elements like the spikes, because I don't think I've designed those yet. So let me get that set up. Ooh, nice, 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 nice. Oh, this is something I was working on last stream. It's a kind of like a false imitation of a terracotta statue for the grassland level. But it might be a background element, it might not be, I don't know. We'll see if it makes it in the final. Let's see. Let's create something that's 64 by 64. Ooh, reggae. Alright. Oh, no, that is terrible. We don't want that to happen. D, L, Shift. Oh no, I forgot the key ingredient. It's this buddy. There we go. And now we have a spike. That was easy, wasn't it? Let's shift the colors a little bit. So let's use the S tool. Nice reggae. Hey man. Sorry, if you're Jamaican and you're offended by my Jamaican accent, I will stop. Oh no. That's the wrong direction. We want it to reverse. There we go. We don't want it to be symmetrical at that point. Decrease, 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 decrease. So I don't know if how I want to. Oh no, that's not good. Let's say we got a line or something, like a thick one. Oh, it needs to be S. There we go. It has to be some kind of communication to the player that this is like a sharp spike or something. I think that's too light of an indication, so let's do that. See how that works. I'm just playing around with it, guys. I'm not taking it too seriously. Yeah. I think it's fine, actually. As long as it's brighter. And let me save this somewhere. I'm not going to show you my file paths and all my files, so let me hide everything. There we go. Let me see, let me see. Where are we? We are in there, levels, grassland forest. This needs to be in the general start, game essentials. And let's just call this spikes.png. There, that's spikes. Now let's open a new file, 64 by 64, and create that spring. Let me go back to main. Come on. Come on, main. Are you main? Okay, there we go. We're in main. Actually, I don't live in Maine, but you know what I mean. Dun, 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 dun. How are y'all enjoying? I hope you guys are enjoying. So let's get started with the spring. I wanted to have that kind of like retro style, like you might see in like a Sonic game or something. I don't know if I'll animate it tonight. I might consider. That's pretty dark gray. Let's use a lighter gray. Well, I mean, realistically, it's going to be a darker gray because of its position. I think we'll do it like that. Yeah, that's good. M. Let's see. That looks like a decent size. But actually, I'm making it look 3D by beveling, so I think I'll just decrease that, and make it as literally as primitive and simple as possible. There you see. There we go. Mess around with it a little. Make sure it looks nice to my liking. It's gradually shrinking in size. It's actually a bit primitive. Let's scale that up a bit because I want it to fill the 64 by 64 space. So yeah, this is what we'll do. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll go like this. And we'll name that spring. It's very primitive, guys. I'm not trying to do anything super complicated right now. Spring. It's very flat and generic right now. And I'm gonna go take a little break. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. And we're playing KK Cruisin'. Nice. This song is like so adorable for some dang reason. It's like so funny how adorable it is. This is a nice little remix too. So, we're done designing this level. But because the whole bug fixing because the whole bug fixing thing didn't really work out very well in Unity, because Unity said, hey, I'm not gonna work today, we'll just design another level. I'll design one more level for you, and then I gotta go. Alrighty. Beepo, beepo, beepa, beepa, beepa. Alright. So, this design process can be quite complicated. But let's see if we can whip another one up real quick. And in the next devlog, I'll probably show you guys. Actually, I'll definitely show you guys. Oh, wait. Oh, I just had an idea. You guys know what it is? This moving platform is a form of collision, right? So, what if we made it constrained? So see? Now only the pink character can jump on this platform. Sweet, huh? So with this generic platform right here, any character can jump on that one. But with this one right here, only the pink one can jump on it, because only pink can collide with pink. Except in the case with these buttons. The buttons are totally different. They can be pressed by any character. That's like the only exception to the game rule. So let's say there's this huge wall. And let's make it a very straightforward level. Let's say the destination's right here. Let's put it right there. Well, actually, let's put the destination... Actually, I think that's good, where it is. Because let's say you go from here, and I actually want to try to connect the levels, kind of like a Metroidvania. So let's say you go from this to this. Oh no! I kind of wish this eraser tool worked a bit more normally, but that's okay. That is totally fine. Yeah, this eraser tool is kind of wacky, but that's fine. So we'll go from here to there. And let's say that this is room to stand on right here. So you can stand on there. This is just showing that you're transitioning here and you're standing right here. Yeah, I know the visuals representation's not the best, but you can see what I mean. So that means this is open right here. Man, I wish I hadn't closed it. But anyway. You're moving up and down. Oh, I just had an idea. So, oh, we don't want to take that one. We want it to where the platform gets moved up and down, right? But let's say we want it to change its color. So right now it can only hold and carry the circle. The square would just fall straight through. However, if the circle gets up here and presses the button, and this changes from pink to blue, then now the square can jump up here. Oh, why is that? Oh. And now the square can come here and move up with the circle. And they can somehow exit the level, I guess. So that part is where we need to figure out. How are they going to exit the level? And as always, these need to be in play. So let's copy and paste these. It would be funny if they were on top of each other. Let's see. Let's do that here. Let's make this pink one control, so when this pink button is pressed and turns this platform blue, I want it to enable this pink barrier right here, so that the pink character is trapped in there. And let's see if I can... Dang. That eraser tool is intense, man. It's gonna have to draw separate lines for everything. Anyway. Let's go there. And let's see, where can we integrate the blue switch? Let's put the blue switch in the very same room as the circular matrix. Like on the wall or something. So that the circle can press this button and then let us in there. So let me show you what I mean real quick. This might be a little confusing to understand, but if I explain it, then it'll probably make sense. So, what I just devised is this. When your platform is moving up and down as a pink one, you ride up as the pink character. You come here, you press this button. Not only does this door enable, because by default it's disabled, but this also starts turning blue. Then it comes up and down. The blue character can ride it all the way up. All the way up. No, just kidding. They can ride it all the way up. Come up here. Fall down, I guess. But the problem with that is it can't get in. And neither can the circle. So I would have to make a way for both of these characters to come back up here. So I would use the regular platform. So yeah, as you can see guys, level design is trial and error. It really is. And also level design likes to include a level of familiarity. So as you can see, there's a couple consistencies between this level and this one, in that a green platform is placed here, the blockage barrier is here, and what other elements are the same? There's no wall jumping areas here, so that's clear. But basically, these levels are essentially very similar. It's just the way everything's arranged. And I also want to make sure I'm not confused when I go back to this later. So I'm going to make it to where I explicitly know that this platform right here is intended to be to switch. So it's going to be half pink, half blue. There. That's pretty clear. I know, it's abstractly clear. Not very clear at all. But, yeah, let me continue. So you come up here, and the ideal situation is if you press this pink button, this goes away, and then you come down here, go in there. Well, actually, not go in there. you press this button. So let me position this button right here. You go here, you press this button, this goes away. The square comes down now, goes here, both of you come here and open this door. You come back up together and beat the level. And that's my idea for this, basically. Let me move everything back. So that is kind of how I go about designing levels for my indie game. And I'll be explaining more of this in depth when I edit and release a devlog about specifically designing levels. But yeah, that's how I go about it. I just draw and sketch out what I'm thinking, and I see if what I'm thinking works with the level, the mechanics, is everything consistent. And also, playtesting is going to be important because I want to make sure that when I design a level, it's not too difficult. Things like that. Where should I place this? I should place it here, I guess. Yeah. Well, I'll find a place to place these. But anyway, yeah, that's how I go about level designing. I sketch everything, I look and iterate and just keep iterating. That's the thing about game development. You just keep iterating and going through and through and seeing what works, what doesn't, how things work, how things should work, how things shouldn't work. And it's a really tedious process, but I think it's fun. I actually like designing levels like this. And when I put them in the game, I hope you guys will be able to recognize them from these crappy looking doodles to something that's more amazing, that actually fits with the environments and everything. And that's going to be the end of the stream, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like this video, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to stay informed about my playtest demo, be sure to check out my Discord server and all my socials, Twitter, itch.io, follow me there. All the links are in the description below. And I want to thank you guys for watching with me, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.